It's not your job to determine whether or not someone is a narcissist. And that is what I mean by narcissism made simple. People get way too wrapped up in labels and trying to put labels on other people. Listen, if you are brand new to learning about narcissism and you're just becoming aware of the different ways in which your current relationship is toxic or past relationships that you've been in have been toxic, it can be enlightening and mind-blowing to learn that narcissism is even a thing. It's assurance, probably for the first time in your life, that you're not crazy, that you've been gaslighted, that this behavior is not cool, that it's not good, it's not healthy. But past a certain point, when you are almost certainly dealing with a narcissist initially, in your childhood or later on, past that point, the only thing that really matters is how are you being treated? How are you being treated? And who are you when you're with that person? Because I've been in situations where what tipped me off to how toxic it was how I acted in that relationship. There was somebody who was calling her ex a narcissist, her ex-husband. And within a couple of months, I noticed I am behaving a lot more narcissistically when I'm with her than I ever did on my own. And see, this is the important distinction. Any personality disorder is a pattern that is defined by consistency over context and time. So you're not going to have somebody who isn't a narcissist, who acts narcissistically in a specific circumstance, continue to act narcissistically when they get out of that situation. Whereas the narcissist, if they're a narcissist with you, they're going to be a narcissist with the next person. They're going to be a narcissist when they're talking to someone at the grocery store. It's just what they are. But no matter what you're dealing with, your only job is to make sure that you are living your life well and that you are keeping yourself safe and that you're keeping your children safe if you have any with the person that you're thinking of. I think that there's a tendency when we come from abusive households to take responsibility for other people's emotions, actions, and so on. But it's not your fault if someone is toxic, if someone is self-destructive, if someone just has bad day after bad day after bad day. You don't owe them your time. You don't owe them your life. You don't owe them your emotional investment. And if we're being real about it, a lot of times what this comes down to is I feel like in order to validate myself, in order to overcome the abuse of my childhood or the abuse of this previous relationship, I need to relive that situation, but I need to do it successfully this time. But the problem is that the standard of success is impossible to meet because it's a responsibility that never should have been on your shoulders to begin with. I can't fix another person. I can't do the deep alchemies that are necessary to fix their wounding or to stop their self-destructive cycles. I can support someone who takes responsibility for themselves, but I can't be their savior. And no matter how hard I try, no matter how many times I actually get validation from the action of doing it or from them, it's not going to make my life better. It doesn't fix any self-esteem issues that I would have or that you would have in your situation. The only thing to do when you're in a toxic situation and you've done everything possible to try to mend the relationship and you're not getting any cooperation on the other side is to start planning an exit strategy. And I know that for some people, it's not possible to just get up and leave, especially when there's kids involved. But whatever you have to do, make a plan and get out safely. Because life is too short to waste it with people who make things miserable.